Welcome to Consumers Beverages Beer Show. I'm Kim Piazza. On today's episode, we celebrate fall in Western New York. Travel to some great local breweries and cider makers and learn a few things you might not have known about beer. Our first stop today takes us down to Erie, Pennsylvania, where Voodoo Brewing Company is quickly becoming a favorite destination for beer, cocktails, and food lovers alike. Let's take a closer look at Voodoo Brewing's new Boston Place location in Erie, PA.
So I'm Tony, I'm the Northwest PA and Midwest sales manager. Just going to talk about our beer, the most important part of Voodoo. So we care about quality liquids, and that's our main focus. First off, gonna showcase Voodoo Love Child. So that is our staple beer. It's the Belgian triple style of beer. We use our own proprietary yeast from Belgium for this beer. And then we age it on cherries, raspberries, and then passion fruit. So it kind of gives it a little bit more of a bold flavor than just your traditional style Belgian triple. Lacto cooler. Everybody has their own opinion on what kind of beer this beer is flavor-wise, but to me it's like almost like a Sour Patch flavor. Another flagship beer of ours is Good Vibes. So it's our West Coast style IPA. We hop it with Galaxy, Amarillo, and Mosaic. We hop 5 times, so it has really dank flavor, but it kind of really represents what Voodoo is. So good vibes, good time to kind of drink it and relax and just kind of enjoy. And then one of the coolest beers of ours is Oh Mama. So it is our collaboration beer with the band Styx. It's a Gold American Lager, 6%, easy drinker. It's just one of those beers that just kind of takes you into the tailgate.
So I'm Kyle Hauser. I'm the general manager here at the Voodoo Erie Pub. All of our cocktails are made with local Pennsylvania spirits. Then we use all natural ingredients for a lot of the stuff. Fresh lime juice. We use amaretti syrups for flavors if any of them have specialty flavors to them. We try to keep everything fresh and local. The mojito, we smack the mint, get all those oils released. We do lime juice with that one, shake that up real good with some rum in there, really get all of that mint and lime flavor mixed together. Top that off with Liquid Death lime to really just up the flavor a little bit more. Throw a sprig of mint on top, serve it up fresh, it's fantastic. The Black Cherry Mule is vodka, lime juice, black cherry syrup, simple syrup. We shake that up, top that off with ginger beer, and then it gets a fresh lime on there. People love it. It's nice, crisp, clean flavors. Really, really nice any time of the year.
I'm Zach. I'm the executive chef at the Erie Pub. We have everything from different kinds of pizzas, about 7. We have different kinds of burgers. We have a vegan burger as well. We have a handful of sandwiches, some really good salad options, some dessert items as well. We take a lot of our beer and infuse it into our food, which kind of sets us apart from other places. We have a Voodoo burger, and then a pickle pizza, and a chicky bang bang. So the pickle pizza is a sourdough crust with mozzarella cheese, Pittsburgh Pickle Co. pickles, our secret Voodoo pickle seasoning. It's one of the best-selling pizzas we have. The Chicky Bang Bang took time. It's currently one of the best-selling handies that we call them. It's a tikka marinated, so like Indian inspired. The Voodoo burger is one of our staple burgers. It's been improved upon with a custom Angus blend, and it's one of the most ordered burgers we have.
During Prohibition, people were prescribed medical beer, even though there was no such thing. Brewers and physicians made up the term to try to get around the laws. It ended up working, and doctors began prescribing beer in March 1921. It only lasted until November, when Congress changed its mind and banned it again until Prohibition ended in 1933.
Welcome back to the Consumers Beverages Beer Show. Now we travel to Lancaster, the home of Clarksburg cider, where apple orchards are in bloom and a Western New York fall favorite, hard cider, is being taken to a new level. Let's catch up with Michael Robb, the founder and CEO of Clarksburg Cider. It's my pleasure to introduce to you the brains behind Clarksburg Cider, Michael Robb. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Kim. Thank you for being here today.
Oh, thank you so much for having us. This is a wonderful campus that you have developed here at Clarksburg. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how this came to be.
Well, thank you very much. It is, and we have a lot of pride in our campus here at Clarksburg Cider. I have a background in business, and like a lot of Western New Yorkers, I was living elsewhere out west, out of state. And when I relocated home, my wife and I had a daughter, and it was time to come home. And I had sold my businesses in Colorado and was looking for something to do. And my father is an avid gardener and has a farm in Clarksburg, a small hamlet in Eden, New York. And he wanted to do something with that land other than hay the fields. So we decided to plant apple orchards. And we wanted to do something fun with the apples aside from selling them to a grocer. So we came up with the idea of making hard cider.
Wow, so this is like deep Western New York roots, which of course makes everything taste better, look better, sound better. It's a better place for family, which of course Michael knew because you brought your kids back here. You have developed something really special here at the tap room. Tell us a little bit about what someone can expect when they walk through those doors.
Well, we strive to provide the best guest experience possible. When we decided to do the tap room, we wanted to have a full restaurant because cider is kind of a unique category and it's not as well known as beer and wine. So we thought that the restaurant would help pull people in and educate people that hard cider is not a autumn beverage. It's a year-round craft beverage. And we have a full wine list and a full bar. We incorporate cider in our food. We incorporate cider in our cocktails. We have some fabulous cocktails. And we have a lot of varieties of cider that are seasonal and taproom exclusives, barrel-aged program. And I wanted the taproom to be a family-friendly, fun experience for people. And we're fortunate to have this piece of property out here on the eastern edge of Lancaster. It's very rural. We've planted a small orchard here, which we'll be using the apples from in the future. So I wanted it to be very dog-friendly, family-friendly.
And you have succeeded, Michael. You walk into the tap room, it doesn't feel like a bar. It doesn't look like a bar. Nothing about your tap room, your facility, or these grounds feels like anything but family-friendly. This is beautiful. Western New York is important to you, and Western New York is very important to what you're building here. Tell us a little how that connects.
Absolutely. We use all apples grown in New York State in our ciders. When I procured the tanks, all of our tanks are custom made by a fabricator in Geneva, New York, in the Finger Lakes. Even our filter is an American-made product. So if I can't buy local, I try and buy regional and certainly American-made as opposed to getting things from overseas. It's very important to us to give back to the community. We try and do a lot of charitable events here at the tap room. So born and raised in Buffalo proud. We're a part of the New York State Cider Association, and that association puts on a cider week twice a year. It's the first 2 weeks of May and the first 2 weeks of October. We host an event here each year, each season. So please look at our social and our website to see when we have Cider Fest here at the tap room. We have a petting zoo, live music. It's a ton of fun and it's family friendly.
More fun at Clarksburg. Thanks, Michael.
You're welcome.
Now we're going to stay right at Clarksburg Cider and spend some time with head cider maker Corey Hare, who gave me a tour of the brewing facility and talked a little bit about the different ciders that she produces. And it is my pleasure to introduce you to the head cider maker, Corey Hare. Hi, Corey.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for bringing us out back. This is an incredible facility. It is ginormous. I mean, these tanks, oh my goodness. Tell me what I'm looking at here.
So right behind us is a bright tank. It is, the capacity is 6,000 gallons. Right now this one is empty, but the other ones are full. Usually when we produce cider, we don't fill it all the way to the top, but it does have the capacity to hold 6,000 gallons.
It has the capacity for a tremendous amount of alcoholic beverage. And now, of course, we're talking specifically about cider, and people tend to think of cider seasonally. But Corey, should we be thinking about cider seasonally?
Definitely not. Here we make ciders for all year round. I like to describe cider to people as a really great hybrid between wine and beer. So if you don't like beer or you're not too fond of wine, I think cider is a really nice middle ground for that.
It's where you should land.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we definitely make ciders that fit the season for sure. So.
And you do more than cider. You've got these barrels that are kind of behind the camera right now.
Yes.
And you do some really fun things. You infuse. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we have a really great barrel age program. Right now we are aging cider in tequila barrels, rum barrels, and bourbon barrels. We have also aged cider in Cabernet barrels and gin barrels from local distilleries as well.
So does that mean we end up with cider that tastes like tequila or tequila that tastes like cider?
Definitely cider that has hints of tequila and the woodiness from the barrel, but definitely cider first.
All kinds of flavors of cider here, all kinds of wonderful infusions. I do know, Corey, that every season, there will be flavors on tap that are only available outside, right there in the bar. But beyond that, you have flavors that circle through the season.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are wrapping up our summer season with pineapple hibiscus, such a popular flavor for us. And we are actually rolling into our fall winter seasonal, which is cranberry ginger, another fan favorite. So we're really excited about that.
And you have on average every season 4 flavors that are typically related to that season.
Yep.
But you gotta come in to try those few flavors on tap that roll with the season.
Yep, absolutely.
So as well as all of those wonderful different unique flavors and year-round cider flavors, you've won awards.
Yeah, we have won a number of awards. We try to enter competitions every year, and we have won silver and bronze medals for a variety of our ciders, such as our dry cider, our semi-sweet cider, a citrus cider that we make for the tap room called Savory Citrus, and our summer seasonal, which is pineapple hibiscus.
So they're doing really well.
Yes, I think we're still shooting for the gold, but not a bad start.
You're in there. You're in the running.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then just another kind of fun fact is that the apples you use, they're New York apples. We love that.
Yeah.
New York cider, New York apples here used in your distillery. It's just kind of more of what makes you great.
Yeah, absolutely. Local is definitely our top priority.
Thank you, Corey.
Of course.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more of the Consumers Beverages Beer Show. But first, here's another fun fact about beer you might not have known.
Home brewing was legalized in the U.S. by President Carter on October 14, 1978, and is considered to be a cornerstone of the American craft beer industry. Many home brewers went on to start their own microbreweries and even million-dollar companies, except in Alabama and Mississippi, where home brewing wasn't legalized until 2013.
Now we head out to Gasport, where Becker Farms has been a Western New York fall destination for nearly 130 years, and where head brewer Andres Viscara is producing some incredible beer at Becker Brewing Company. I'm lucky enough to sit down with Andres Vizcarra at Becker Farms. Hello, Andres.
Hello.
And it just so happens that this gentleman is fifth generation family here at Becker Farms. So tell us a little bit about Becker Farms being in your family for so long.
Yeah, I literally live here. I tell people that come visit, you know, that this is my home, and it has been my entire life.
When you come to Becker Farms, you feel that this is a place that's so cared for and so loved, and there are so many aspects of Becker Farms. And today we're going to talk about the brewing.
That's right. I have a nice selection here, a flight of just a cross section, just a little taste of all of the things we have to offer that are pretty unique to what we do here on the farm.
And the things you have to offer include beer, cider, and wine.
That's
and
right.
all of those things are brewed right here on the spot.
Yes.
At Becker Farms.
If not also grown here. So
did you mention that behind us are hops?
Yes, that whole wall there.
A wall of hops.
A wall of hops, yes.
So let's talk a little bit about the brewing. And the brewing happens right here on site.
That's
and
right.
You're using you know, what you grow here on the farm. So talk to us about what happens out back where I can see right through there. I see those tanks.
Yep.
Talk to us about what happens in there.
We have a 10-barrel brew house, which means we brew about 320 gallons at a time with 20-barrel fermenters. So we can do 2 full brews in a day. That gives us about over 600 gallons of beer at a time. And in terms of our ingredients, if we can't grow it here, we do source it locally. We work mainly with a place in Batavia called New York Craft Malt, and we source 99.9% of all of our malts from there.
Keeping it local.
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of times you're gonna find me and I have another fermentation specialist, a craft beverage specialist who works with me, and a lot of the times we're talking about what we're gonna do. And our main goal for everything, and it's a lot of bouncing ideas around, but it all comes back to what's just gonna taste the best.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you're kind of open to what's new and what's gonna work and maybe what's a little offbeat.
Absolutely, but whatever is gonna pique our interest and whatever we taste that is gonna make us wanna continue to taste. We know we have something good when we take a sip and we put it down and we keep going back. We've had conversations where it's like, yeah, I don't know if I like this. And then you drink it again. And then we don't know. And then next thing you know, the glass is gone. And we're like, actually, I loved it. I couldn't stop drinking it.
So basically, Becker Farms, you've set up an environment that's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for young families. It's a lot of fun for folks of drinking age. It's a lot of fun for parties, and incorporating all of these interesting flavors into the cider and into the beer, and then of course the grapes that you grow on the farm to create your own wine.
Becker Farms is the only place on earth that you can find these places. You're gonna have to come out and visit.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us and for giving us the opportunity to see this wonderful outdoor space with the heaters and the hops on the wall, and for sharing your pizza bites with us.
My pleasure.
Becker Farms, it's a place to be for fall, for October. Thanks, Andres.
Very welcome.
Where can I find all of these great drinks we've just seen? At Consumers Beverages Buffalo's Beer Store. Here's President and CEO Neil Cavanaugh to tell us a little more about Consumers past, present, and future in Western New York.
So my dad started Consumers Beverages in 1948 with 3 other gentlemen, and their objective was to home deliver beer and soda pop to the residents of Erie County. The other gentleman that he started the business with left the business within a few years of its inception. However, my dad kept the business going and grew from 15 truck routes up to 50 truck routes by about 1966, at which time he started opening retail stores as the community in Western New York grew and people's desire to buy beer on their way home from work grew, he was able to open more stores. Our first store opened in 1966 on South Park Avenue in South Buffalo, and we've now grown to 18 locations over Erie and Niagara County. When the business first started, they had 5 brands of beer and 2 brands of soda pop that they distributed, that consumers distributed. And they, in 1950, opened up a soft drink bottling plant in the building at Genesee and Bailey, and we were manufacturing soda pop until 1988. We had 17 different flavors of regular, 5 different flavors of diet in 10-ounce bottles and 32-ounce bottles, but as 2 liters prevailed in the market, and we sold the property where the bottling plant was housed, we focused more on the beer end of things. And when the company started, as I said, there were 5 brands of beer. Today we have nearly 3,000 different brands of beer in stock at each of our stores, all available ice cold. So I like to tell people that my dad took me to work on Take Your Son to Work Day when I was 9 years old, and he hasn't sent me home yet. My first job at Consumers was washing the floors in the offices, which are located in South Buffalo. When I was in 6th grade, on Saturdays and Sundays, my dad would take our whole family to work and assign us each a job. So it's truly a family-run business, family-owned business, and many members of our family are still here today. We've been able to grow the business in Western New York because of our loyal and dedicated staff members. We have multiple staff members who have been on staff for 20, 30, up to 50 years. We have many retirees in the community, but without our loyal and dedicated staff members, we would not have been able to serve the patrons in Western New York that are interested in having cold, fresh beer, especially local beers, at their convenience at any one of the 18 consumer beverage locations. We have over 3 buyers in our central office in South Buffalo that are currently seeking out craft beers from the local breweries as well as regional breweries, breweries in Canada, breweries across the world. We also have a network of distributors that bring us the products and the items that we currently have in stock. And there's been quite an influx of new items lately, including lemonades and teas and ready-to-drinks. And we search the world and we search the globe to find the items that our customers are looking for. The local breweries in Western New York put out unbelievable products. We have over 20 Western New York breweries that we feature in store. Each one of the breweries brings their own specialty items to the table, and it's one-stop shopping for people interested in local beers. We have an opportunity to continue to grow the business in Western New York. We're celebrating our 75th year. We have plans on deck to build 2 more stores in Western New York. I have 3 sons that are actively in the business, and we're looking forward to a bright future for Consumers Beverages.
Did you know that beer, among its other health benefits, can actually help prevent kidney stones? A recent study that was published in the American Journal of Epidemiology estimated that 1 bottle of beer every day can help reduce the risk of kidney stones by 40%. Cheers to your health.
Thanks for watching the Consumers Beverages Beer Show. We'll see you next time.